Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about confidence. Yes, you guys have been waiting for this video for quite a little bit and now it's finally happening. In an effort to make this video as productive as possible, it's going to be broken down into 5 main categories on how to be more confident with actionable steps at the end of each category to help you actually implement things to become more confident. Because let's think about it. I could pep talk you all I want in this video, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is for you to implement these things into your life to ensure that you're becoming confident. So at the end of each category, there's just going to be a little bit of an action item for you to put into place to ensure that you're becoming your most confident self. So grab a cute drink, a pencil, and a paper, and let's get right into how to become our most confident selves. Mindset shift number 1, stop comparing yourself to other people. Guys, at the end of the day, the only competition that you have is with yourself, and you are competing with the best version of yourself. That person, that girl, that's the girl you put on the pedestal, right? The one that you look up to, that you want to become. That is the only person you're competing with. Social media and everything you see online is not real. The things that people post, such as like your icons, so like celebrities, social media influencers, people, like those are literally just like highlights of their life. It is not truly the reality of what they're living on a day-to-day basis. It's completely not that, guys. Think about it. Would people really post like the worst moments of their life? Would they really come online and be like sobbing because a guy didn't reply to them or their best friend and them got into a fight? Probably not. So they're not going to post those things. So when you go online and you look at social media influencers or even the people that you follow on like Instagram or TikTok and you're like, oh my gosh, they're living like this amazing life and living their best life, they will only post what really is the highlight of their life. So don't compare your life to their life because it's not even real to begin with. So at the end of the day, the only person you should compare yourself to is the ideal best version of yourself so that you're able to be in the correct mindset to ensure that you're allowing yourself to be aligned with that individual, meaning you then go into your day-to-day life building habits, building techniques to become that person at the end of the day. Understand that the way that their life is and the way that it's crafted is very specific to them. And your life is very specific to you because you are 2 different people. You are people going through 2 different circumstances, life, situation, trauma, background, etc. So you cannot compare yourself to that person, nor can they compare themselves to you because the trajectory of both of your lives are going to be different. So at the end of the day, the only person you can really compare yourself to is yourself or the better version of yourself. So we're going to do that instead. We're going to channel that person and we're going to try to be like them because that is actually in our best interest. If you think about it, when you try to channel that individual and you try to actually put together techniques and habits and routines to be like them, what actually happens? You become that version of yourself. And how beautiful is that? It's wonderful to finally channel who you want to be. And that version of you has confidence. That version of you can stand up in a room and say how they feel. That version of you can say no to other people. That version of you is so powerful. And that's what you're aiming for. So we're going to aim and look and compare ourselves to that person so we become that person at the end of the day. And here's your action item. So basically what you're going to do is watch this video right here, which is your higher self script video. And you're basically going to write what your higher self script actually is. And no, you don't have to do this alone. This video is going to help you with a step-by-step guide on how to actually write your higher self script. And then you have a very clear goal of who you want to become. And then what you can do is formulate steps, habits, routines, techniques, etc. to become that version of yourself. And then this week, I want you to do one thing that aligns you with your higher self script. So if you've written that your higher self script goes to the gym 3 times a week, you're going to do that too. You're going to do little things that your higher self would do to align you with that version of yourself. Compare yourself to that version of yourself and see what you can do right now, today, this week to align yourself with that person. Mindset shift number 2. Learn to say no. And guys, I know it is so hard. Oh my gosh, I grew up a people pleaser for so much of my life, and saying no was like brutal. Like literally, I was never able to say, no, I don't want to do this because no. I literally would always say yes because that made me feel validated by other people. You know, it made me feel like people would like me because I would say yes to things. But now I'm like, no, we shouldn't be saying yes to things that don't align with us, that don't allow us to be our best selves. At the end of the day, you should do things that sit well with you. And if something doesn't sit well with you, say no. It's okay. At the end of the day, you have to understand that saying no to things that don't benefit you is okay. It's completely all right to say no to experiences, people, situations that just do not benefit you. They don't align you with your higher self. They don't pour into you positively. They don't allow you to have better experiences. They just don't fit with what you're trying to do. That's completely okay. It's completely okay to say no in situations that don't align with you. So the key here is to learn to stop people pleasing, because at the end of the day, people pleasing is not going to lead you anywhere, guys. Anywhere. It's just going to let you be in this like vicious loop of feeling insecure, not feeling confident because you're not able to make decisions for yourself. You're not able to stand up for yourself and say no. And this, guys, is going to drain your energy by allowing yourself to be in situations that do not serve you. So next time your friends say, hey, I want to go out to the club this weekend and go partying, and you don't want to do that, guys, saying no doesn't have to be in a mean way. You could say, hey, thank you so much for the offer. I really appreciate it. But this weekend, I just want to have a night in and just recharge for myself. Thank you. I hope you have an amazing time. That's totally okay for you to say that. And guys, your real friends will actually understand where you're coming from and respect your goals and dreams and where you're trying to go. Friends that don't care about you, that aren't actually being authentic to you as a friend, are the ones that are going to be like, oh my God, like, why doesn't she want to go out with us? Or why doesn't she want to be friends with us? Or, you know, we're trying to go to the club and she's not trying to go. No, your real friends wouldn't do that to you. Your real friends and people that actually care about you would respect what you're trying to do for yourself. So always be mindful of this, okay? Be mindful of friends that are here just to leech onto your energy, are here literally just to benefit from you. You need to also shift that mindset and understand that you don't have to be a people pleaser. You don't have to always buy into what people are saying to you if it doesn't sit well with you. It's okay to say no. Okay, so your action item for the week is to say no to a situation, a person, or a thing that isn't aligning with you. This week, I really want you to be able to say no to a person that maybe your friends have asked you to go clubbing and you don't want to go clubbing, or maybe it's just a situation where you're put into deciding a place to eat and you don't want to people please this time, and you're just going to say, hey, actually, like, do you want to go here instead? Allow yourself to be in those situations. And this week, I really want you to try practicing this. Mindset shift number 3, stop caring what other people think about you. Okay, so this is a really big one because a lot of people struggle with this, and this makes them feel less confident and more insecure about themselves. Guys, I'm just going to say it. Not everybody is going to like you. And that's actually kind of a good thing. Imagine if everybody liked you. Imagine if every single person you ever met wanted to be your friend. You would have so many friends that you wouldn't even know what to do with it. You'd have so many people to contact that it would consistently drain your energy. It's okay that people don't like you. Actually, it's a good thing. Allow yourself to not be liked by everybody, because that means that you're being authentic to yourself. You're allowing yourself to have boundaries, allowing yourself to be who you are, and you're being okay with people not liking you. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and not everybody's going to be your cup of tea, guys. Think about it in the reverse. Do you like them? Is this a person that you would want in your inner circle? If the answer is no, that's okay. You're allowed to not like people the same way people are allowed to not like you. But understand that you have to be true and authentic to who you are, okay? And this goes back to that idea of people pleasing. Don't people please just to have people like you, because then that means that their liking of you is not authentic to who you are. And girl, you can't play that charade. At one point, you're gonna have to be yourself, right? So might as well present with your most authentic self to begin with, so that you can cultivate friendships and be in relationships that actually suit you and that serve the better version of you. I'm also just going to say this. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people literally do not care what you are doing. People are so invested in their own lives. People are consistently on their own social media worrying about what other people think about them. Like, they don't have that much time to be thinking about you, and that's great. They don't care enough to be consistently criticizing us or being like, oh my gosh, why did she wear her hair like that? Or why did this person wear this color? Or like, no, people don't have time like that. And you know what? People that have time like that have time to judge you and criticize you, get a hobby, do something else. There's no need to be criticizing people. And guys, people that do that, like, it says more about them than it does about you, okay? People that are genuine will either not care because they're doing their own thing so they don't have time to judge you, or they'll be supportive of you because they know how much time and energy and dedication it takes to do some of those things. So the next time that you're feeling insecure or lack some self-confidence when posting an Instagram post, understand that at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what people think about you when you post that post. All that matters is what you think about yourself. Also, people probably don't care enough to criticize you, and if they do, that says more about them than it does about you. So it's completely okay. Do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel fulfilled, and sits well with who you are as a person. And your action item for the week is you are going to be conscious of your feelings this week. Every time that you feel like somebody is criticizing you, whether that's you in a store picking an outfit and somebody staring at you, whatever situation it is, I want you to take that situation and reflect on it. Okay, reflect how it makes you feel and flip the narrative. Tell yourself that person is not criticizing me. They don't have time to be thinking about me. They don't have time to be judging me. And if they are, it says more about them than it does about me. Another action item I want you to do this week is write 20 things that you love about yourself and be as detailed as possible. Okay, these things can be your sense of humor and like the funny jokes that you crack. It could literally be your fashion style and how you love how you dress. It could be how you problem solve and how much perseverance you have in situations. It could be your optimism and how happy you are with life, even when life throws you the worst situations ever. Be as detailed as possible with these 20 things that you love about yourself. And every time you think that somebody is criticizing you, somebody is judging you, etc., look at that list and remind yourself that you are special and you are worthy and you are capable by looking at that list and affirming yourself of those things. Mindset shift number 4, step outside your comfort zone. The comfort zone. I mean, okay, let's really think about this for a second. Is the comfort zone actually comfortable? Because it's not allowing you to be your best self. It's literally not even aligning you with where you want to be in your life. So is it actually comfort or is it discomfort? In my mind, I always think about the comfort zone as my uncomfortable zone because it's literally me not allowing myself to be the best version of myself, because becoming the best version of yourself is not comfortable. It's very uncomfortable, actually. So at the end of the day, what we need to do is remove this concept of comfort zone. Allow yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. So let's say, for instance, you don't really like to speak to other people. You don't like to raise your hand when it comes to asking questions or answering questions in class. That's your comfort zone. You allowing yourself not to answer questions is your comfort zone. But if the best version of you would answer questions, that means coming out of your comfort zone, being uncomfortable, and trying your best to tackle that situation. Again, as we mentioned in the last mindset shift, people generally don't care. So they don't have time to be criticizing you when you do step out of your comfort zone. And if they do, that says more about them than it does you. And we're gonna actually work on this by the action items. So this week, I want you to do something that steps you out of your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be very big. It might just be you perhaps going for a walk. If you don't like to go for walks by yourself, go for a walk by yourself, even for 10 minutes, and allow yourself to experience that. I'll tell you, personally for me, when I started going to the gym, I would see so many people getting up and taking selfies of themselves. And one day I was like, I kind of want to do that. But I was scared of what people would think about me and, going back to self-confidence and self-esteem. But what I did was I literally just got up and I took a picture of myself quickly and then got back down. Now the picture was so blurry, there was nothing in this picture. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the point. The point is that I got up and I did it anyways. And then I did it again the next day and the day after and the day after that and the day after that. And I realized I was okay, this is okay. This is feeling comfortable. I'm feeling all right. And by doing that, I was able to condition myself into embarrassment. Understanding that at the end of the day, it's going to take time for me to come out of my comfort zone. It's going to take time for me to do things that's going to allow me to then be confident in myself. And I'll tell you guys something, every single time that I did this and every single time I do something that is outside of my comfort zone, that is not something that I would normally do, I always feel more confident. I always feel more confident when I do things that older version of me would never do. And I'm telling you guys, it's literally just practicing this. It's practicing this stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something different kind of mindset. This comfort zone thing was what really changed the game for me. It was literally just doing things that I wasn't comfortable with. I remember the first time I went to dinner by myself, I was so not confident. And you can listen to this all in my solo dating video where I teach you guys how to actually start solo dating. It was very difficult. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, what are people even thinking about me sitting here right now alone by myself? But at the end of the day, you know what? It's doing those little things that allowed me to then gain confidence over time and actually become the person I am today. So now when I go and I see an experience for a solo experience, I'm like, Yeah, that's cool. Totally fine. The other day I went to a spa by myself. And guys, there were so many couples. I swear, I don't even think I saw a single person. I think it was just me, to be honest. And an older version of me would have been very insecure. She would have been very kind of on edge and thinking, okay, what are people thinking about me? Like, I'm here alone. Like, do I look like a loser? Am I having FOMO? Fear of missing out. And honestly, at the end of the day, because I've built that foundation of being self-confident and being okay in my own skin, I was like, this is the most amazing experience ever. It was amazing. It was like, just being able to do something for myself and understand that at the end of the day, people who judge me, their opinions don't matter. And people probably are not even caring. Like, everybody was doing their own thing. People were reading with their friends, etc. And I did get a few looks here and there, but this is where, you have to have that mindset shift of understanding that it really doesn't matter what people think about you. And if they're thinking about you, all that matters is what you think about you and what you are gaining from that experience. And guys, doing that taught me that I can do something like that. I can go on solo dates, solo trips, solo things, be by myself, be in different places that might be a little bit more difficult as a single person, but that's completely okay. I build momentum. I build myself enough to be okay with that level of embarrassment. And I am building my self-confidence in the meantime. So guys, your action item of this week is to do something that steps you out of your comfort zone. It can be anything, okay? It could be taking selfies at the gym. It could literally be you going for a walk if that's something that doesn't make you feel comfortable. It could also be raising your hand or having a new idea that you pitch to your manager or allowing yourself to go on a solo date by yourself. Do something this week that lets you step out of your comfort zone. And I want you to really reflect on that and remember that. So take pictures, take a video if you really need to remember that moment. So every single time you do something that benefits you, go back and you'll see it's a building block. You're building the foundation of your self-confidence, and that is a beautiful thing. Action item number 5, and this is the one I want you guys to take kind of with a little bit of a grain of salt. I think it's still very, very important, but it is not what makes self-confidence, and that is external confidence. So external confidence is the way that you present yourself. So, feeling like you are your best self externally. And this is something that you're going to need to do kind of at the beginning of the process when it comes to building your self-confidence, because having external confidence can really help you and be the driving force sometimes to having internal self-confidence. But guys, huge disclaimer, please, please, please don't just have external self-confidence and not work on the internal self-confidence, because that is a recipe for disaster. You cannot have true, authentic confidence if you only focus on the external. You must also cultivate that internal sense of confidence. So make sure that you're doing these kind of together simultaneously and allow yourself to present as your best self. So presenting as your best self could be, making sure your hair is done, your makeup if you like to do that, or no makeup if you're comfortable with that. It could be the way that you dress, your style, the things that you kind of externally present yourself as. So walk straight, walk tall, sit not hunched, sit up tall, sit up straight, smile, express yourself. And one of the things I actually really like to do is imagine you are the main character, okay? Like right now, you're sitting here, right? And there are cameras like all around you, okay? You are in a movie. The movie is, this is the life of insert your name. And there are cameras all around you. Now, if you were in a movie and you were the main character, how would you act? You would probably be very self-confident. You would dress very nicely. You would, be yourself, be authentic, be bold, be bright, and do all those things and almost kind of have like an alter ego when it comes to it. And this helps so much when you are starting off building your self-confidence. Having that alter ego or that version of you that is already confident is what's going to help you. And I highly recommend that if this is something you're struggling with, have that alter ego. Take your higher self script, cultivate that with your external confidence and all the other tips that we spoke about in this video, and create that version of yourself. And whenever you need to be confident or you need to practice confidence, lights, camera, action. And eventually you're going to be able to be that version of yourself consistently enough, but also understand that it is a process. It is not going to be something that you're going to just cultivate like that. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to come into yourself and be able to be authentically confident and allow yourself to reflect, on times where you're not confident. Understand where that's coming from. Understand that every single day you can do one thing that makes you feel more confident. So actively work towards that. And this is the action item for the week. So I want you to go through your wardrobe, go through your entire process and see what you can do to feel more confident. If it's maybe changing the makeup game, it could be getting a new hairstyle to feel more confident. It could literally be you maybe buying a few extra pieces for your wardrobe. It might be getting your nails done. It could be just the smallest things that allow you to be more confident externally. So that's what I want you to do this week, is to try to do things that will help you with your external confidence and then pair that with your internal confidence and you're ready to go. Okay, so before we end this video, I just want to let you know that confidence is something that a lot of people struggle with. Okay, it's not just you. So please, if you ever feel alone or you feel like this is a journey that you've been going through for quite a while and you haven't gotten to a stage of confidence, I want you to know that that is completely normal. Also understand that confidence is not like an end journey. We're all learning. There's still moments where I don't feel confident in myself. There's still moments where I'm learning, and we're all humans. We're all gonna go through it. The most confident person that you know has moments where they're not confident, has moments where they doubt themselves, has moments where they're insecure, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all gonna have moments where we don't feel that amazing, that great, that main character, and that's completely okay. That's what makes us human beings. But we can work to actually cultivate a wonderful sense of self-confidence and allow ourselves to be authentic in that process. Give yourself patience, give yourself time, and over time, as you use these actionable steps, you'll be able to actually cultivate that beautiful sense of authentic confidence. All right, so that is the end of our video on self-confidence. I hope this video gave you some useful tips and tricks. I highly recommend that you work on these action items and you give yourself the actual opportunity to build your self-confidence little by little over time in progression. I believe in you, I know you can do it, and I'll see you next time.